Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. My name is The Star, I'm The Star Crochet, and I make and sell crochet and knit gifts for everyone. This is episode number 98, so we're almost at 100 episodes, yay! And on this episode I talk about things like what I have been up to, any sales, finished objects, and works in progresses. And that'll be all for today's video. Let's start with what I have been up to. I have been knitting a lot, and I have been slightly cross-stitching, so not as much. I've just been feeling more that I want to knit more than anything right now. And as you can see, like this area right here, that's all the yarn that I have to work with right now, and so I want to work with all this yarn first before I buy any other yarn. And so I plan on buying like more worsted weight yarn, and we'll see how it goes with my business by the time we get to that point. I did make one sale, and yeah, so let's go to the sale. This is a picture right here. It is a woman's shorts size large that I made a sale on, and I'm very excited that I got that sale because it was on Etsy through my website, and I was just really happy because that's what I want in terms of sales, is to sell most of my stuff online, at least all of my stuff online, by my website. And I have not been able to go to the market in almost a month now because the weather has been bad, and then when the weather was good, I would have to go somewhere to celebrate, birthday parties and be there for family. And so this weekend I won't be able to go because the weather, it's supposed to be rainy and somewhat stormy this Saturday. And on the next week after that, I will not be able to attend the market as well because I will be celebrating Father's Day out of the city. I will be celebrating it in, just another city with family. And that is what I've been up to, but that is the item that I sold. I only have 2 sizes left when it comes to that type of shorts that I have, and so I have size small and size extra small left. I already sold a size medium and I just sold a size large, so I might make more shorts possibly when I run out of more sizes. We'll see how it goes, but that is all for the sales. And now let's get to the finished objects. I have 2 finished objects. And then for the works in progresses, I have 3 that I have been progressing on. So let's start with the first finished object. This cross stitch I have completed. I know the last time I showed you guys I had one more color left, and so it looked like it had little spots all over to show that I was on the last color, and I had not completed that yet. But this right here is the finished object of the cross stitch, and I love the way it turned out. It is very, very beautiful. And this cross stitch is already reserved. I have it to give to a gift to one of my little brothers. Well, he's not so little, he's a teenager, but I'll always consider them my little brothers. Anyway, so he messaged me after he saw this on my Instagram, on my business account. And he was telling me, that the picture doesn't do enough justice of how beautiful it looks and everything. And so he wanted to buy it from me. And so I told him, well, I'll just give it to you for free. How about you just pay for the shipping? And so he was like, aw. He was like, really? Thanks. And so it's like, yeah, of course. Anything for them, And that is the first finished object that I have. The second finished object I have is a baby sweater. Size, I want to say 6 to 18, and this is what it looks like. It has the star in the center, and then it has a hot pink for the body, and then it has like a hot pink, not a cuff, but just like the top of it, the neckline of it is hot pink, and then the bottom of the sleeves are a soft pink. And it has a cuff on each side of the arms. And then this is the back. It's all plain Jane. And then the bottom here has soft pink as well, and a ribbing when it comes to the bottom right here. So this is my second finished object. The yarn that I have used for this is, for the hot pink, I used the Walmart brand of Mainstays basic acrylic yarn. And then for the soft pink, I used Hobby Lobby's I Love This yarn. And this is the second finished object. I do not have it as a listing just yet because I want to stock up on baby sweaters and then adult sweaters as well. Of course, knit. And then once I have a good amount, then that's when I will add listings for them. On to the works in progresses. I have 3 that I'm willing to show that I have progressed on. I technically have 4, which is the knitting of the socks, but I have not gone any further on the socks, so that's why I don't have that to show right now. Let's start with the cross stitch. I have a little bag for it that I put it in. And this is another stamped cross stitch. I feel they say it's for beginners, but I feel it's for any level because for me I'm able to keep the stitches very accurate this way. And so I already started with the black. As you can see in the very top, they're not X's just yet, but they're halfway stitched. And so this hot pink right here, the color is, of course, the black. And this is what it's supposed to look like. And I know you can't see any of it yet, but I had the picture somewhere. But if I can't find the picture, I'll stick it right here of what it's supposed to look like. It's very, very pretty. It's the yin yang symbol with dragons representing the colors, the white and the black. And so that's what it's going to look like in the very end. And I also bought another cross stitch from Amazon. And this is what the second one is supposed to look like. I'm trying not to show with the glare. So that's the second one, and once I finish the yin yang dragon cross stitch, then I'll get to this one right here. So that way I don't have to keep buying one cross stitch at a time when it comes to purchasing online. The second work in progress is this baby sweater. I would say it's a size... oh goodness, I do not remember what size this would be. I'll stick it right here if I do recall what size it would be. So this is the front or the back. This is the torso panel, and I use the bubble stitch. They look very familiar. They look very similar to the previous 2 crochet baby sweaters that I have shown you guys. It's the same pattern, just different colors, and it's an original pattern. Here is the second torso panel, and I am not complete with the torso panel just yet. And then after I complete this torso panel, I will have the sleeve panels to do, and then I'll sew them all together. It's going to be a pullover sweater. It looks like a giraffe, doesn't it? These colors. It's cute. And the last work in progress I have is this big sweater, adult sweater. I had originally planned on making this like for a child size 12 years. And it turned out to be a lot bigger than what the pattern called for. So I'll show you guys first. This top yarn right here and the yarn that I used for the sleeves, I used them. The yarn that I got for them is the Red Heart Jumbo Stripes. And then the bottom right here, this section, is the Skein Tones from Lion Brand. And so I have the torso complete, and then I have one sleeve complete. So here's the torso, here is the one sleeve complete, and then I am working on the second sleeve. And I'm not going to follow that pattern anymore when it comes to trying to make a size 12 sweater for children, because I used the correct millimeter circular needles and then I used the correct stitches that it calls for, but it still turned out a lot bigger. And even the yarn, it's worsted weight like it calls for, but I'm just going to stick with making adult sweaters and baby sweaters, just those two, since I can't seem to find a way to go in between just yet. But here is the back. I have everything else weaved in except for this part right here where the yarn is hanging out. It is because it is the start of the sleeve right here. And so when I'm done with the sleeve, I will weave in everything and then put a star right in the center on the top, and then it's good to go. Alright, so that is the end of today's episode. If you have made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Like this video if you liked what you saw in this video. Also check out my social media such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Also check out my website. It is thestarcrochetshop.com. Also check out my Patreon. It is $5.55 a month per person. You get perks such as early access videos, yarn haul videos, posts and updates, member shoutouts, and every description box of every YouTube video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!